Hello and welcome to this week's riveting art video. So today we're going to be doing some Christmas themed stuff here. So I found these watercolor postcards at Hobby Lobby. So one side is all of the standard postcard layout and a place for your stamp. And then it's all on watercolor paper so I can do some art on this side. And since this is the first video I'm doing in December, that means that yes, there will be some Christmas themed stuff going on. Forms of Christmas presents for my family and friends. I'm going to be doing these postcards. That being said, if you are a close family member or friend and you don't want it to be spoiled, go ahead and click off. You'll be getting it in the mail within a week or two. So let's go ahead and jump into the first one. Alright, so for this first one, I was really inspired by these tattoos I saw on Pinterest. I'll leave a link in the description. But they were all like roses and this and that, and I was like, oh, I'll just do like a Christmas themed flower or something. So it was all rather monochrome. You know, black and white with these pops of reds. So I decided to do, I believe it's holly berries. Yeah, anyway. But they're just like coming out of the knife and they kind of layer in it really cool. And I think this is one of my favorites. I really do enjoy it quite a bit. And then on the back I just put like, Merry Christmas 2019 in the different colors. No big deal. But yeah, this one is definitely a favorite. It's definitely going to be on Redbubble. Alright, so sorry to interrupt so early into the video, but I have a bunch of cool stuff like these stickers that you see here up on my website, izzysneed.com. There is a coupon code. All the information for that will be in the description. It's 10% off and free shipping, so please check it out. The stuff makes great stuffing stalkers, and I really appreciate your time. Alright, this next drawing is a set of 3 candles. It felt Christmassy to me, but then it felt kind of Halloweeny to me. I don't know. Overall, the line work was really nice on it. I think my coloring could have been a little more effective. But I like it enough, I guess. But see here, once I colored in and decided to make them gray instead of white, it just kind of made it a little more eerie. Oh, and I ended up painting in these leaves on there so that they popped more. I think what I should have done is left the candles white and then painted the background around the candles gray, if that makes sense. So I have these little letter stamps, and I decided to just do Merry Christmas over and over and over again. And this took forever, and my fingers were literally cramping at the end of it, but I think it was worth it because I really enjoy how it turned out. Here in a second you'll see, yeah, right here, I do Merry and then Christmas on the next layer in black so that it kind of pops. It gives you like a center point to kind of look at. I really like this one, and I'm at this point I haven't put it on Redbubble yet, so I'm excited to see how it turns out. Oh, and I put this stamp that says uniquely handmade, but I did it upside down on accident. I do it again later. Yeah, I really like this one. It reminds me of a wrapping paper I got last year. This one I kind of struggled with a little bit on that center rose because I did the line work in like red. I eventually changed that just because it didn't pop enough for me. I really love how these tiny little roses look on the exterior. I like, you know, the simple line work, but then like the big one with color and stuff in the center. And then I went in and stamped Merry Christmas in green underneath it. I thought this was a good idea, but the shade of green is different than the shade of green on the leaves, so it kind of bothers me. I should have just done it in red, not green. And then my stamp is so old that it looked weird when it was done, and that was me showing it to you. So I ended up going over the line work in black, and I think it was a good idea. It just kind of made it pop and stand out a little bit better. Alright, and this wouldn't be an Izzy Sneed art video without at least one, you know, straight on portrait bust that is slightly holiday themed. So of course, here we go. I definitely really like this one. I mean, there's a reason I always draw portrait busts. It's because I like to look at them. And so naturally this is one of my favorite ones that I did. So yeah, I do some casual line work, and then I decided to make it monochrome, so it's all shades of red and stuff that I use. And I really love how this scarf turned out. Painting those little like stripes was super fun. And then the little poof at the top, I'm really happy with how that turned out. I end up messing up the lips later, and you'll see it here soon. I wish I had left them alone because I really like how it looks right there, but oh, there it was. Messed it up. And so now they're kind of like, it's almost too dark. But it's good enough. Alright, and I add some finishing line work in, making the sweater a little like fuzzy looking, and then I do naturally a gold little like oval behind her. And after I do that, I throw in some final line work touches like eyelashes. I fix up some of the hair strands that got covered by the gold, add those back in. Yeah. Ooh, look at those eyelashes. Eyelashes just like, or that cherry on top, man. I love them. Yep, this is definitely a favorite. I really like it. I'm super happy with how the poof on top of the beanie came out. I love the scarf. Alright, so this one, I think, this is the flop of the video, if I'm being honest. I had this cool idea to do a bunch of, like, little intricate details and stuff in white on top of the red. But honestly, I just didn't feel like being intricate enough, I guess. I do that to myself all the time. I tell myself I'm going to do something intricate, but then when I actually go to do it, I, like, don't care enough to do it. So, I mean, it's cute, but it's not my favorite. So this one, when I got the postcards from Hobby Lobby, you'll see that big black splotch. This was the only pack left, so I couldn't get a different one, but this one postcard had a big black splotch. So I designed something around it where the whole background would be black, so that I could, in theory, cover it and have it blend in well enough, you know? You can still kind of see it through it, but it just kind of looks like it's a part of, you know, it. And then I go in with my gel pen, or my gold metallic pen, and I add like a white drop shadow. I don't know what you would call that, a drop highlight? I don't know. And just give a little extra detail to the Merry Christmas part. And honestly, despite this one being super simple, it's definitely a favorite for me. So, yeah. This one, I almost didn't include. I almost stopped at the candy cane, but last second I was inspired to do this. This technique where you add another layer on top of another layer, a darker color on top of a darker color, I'd kind of heard about it before, but I've never seen it done quite like this. But I got the idea from the Average Artist here on YouTube. She does little leaf drawings like this all the time, and I just wanted to give it a shot. I almost stopped after the third layer, but I was like, no, I need to push it a little bit further, and I'm so glad I did, because this last, like, almost black layer just really, it made the drawing. This is all done in watercolor, this part. And then my gold metallic pen is a Posca pen, by the way. I used a lot of my Posca pens on this. And then I threw in some gold leaves on top of everything, and that was just like that final like piece de resistance. I don't know, I'm just being stupid, but yeah, I really, that gold pen like really kind of made it. And then again, on all of them I put the uniquely handmade, because when I send these to my friends and family, I want them to know I made it by hand and not to just throw it away, please. Yeah, so I really like this one. It's definitely a favorite. Alright, so here's all of them. Like I said, I think that one is definitely my favorite. as well as this one. And that one. As I was pulling them out, I was like, wait, I actually really enjoy how these turned out. Because as I was doing them, I was like, man, I just suck. I don't know. I've been having a lot of negative self-esteem recently, I guess. I don't know. I'm working on it. But actually, like, looking through them, I'm pretty happy with how they turned out. I was so nervous they would all be bad, and then I wouldn't have anything to send my family members for Christmas. Alright, so thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe. I've got a ton of fun Christmas themed videos planned. Also, make sure to check out all the links in the description. I have tons of things for sale. So I appreciate all of it. Have some happy holidays, and see you next week.